Okay, I hope you can hear me. I think it should be live now. And does the webinar start? No, I start it. Nice question. Does it start automatically? Absolutely not. I am not going to be controlled by the software, okay? Hi, Monique. Nice to see you. Um, Okay, you might not want to put your Google Mail address in, Eleanor, because this is streaming, but I don't think it should stream that. Um, because well, I hope it won't anyway. I wonder if I can just get rid of that. Let me get rid of that erase. There you go. As you know, it's best not to share information. Um, Good. It was really on time at 1:30. Unbelievable. I was here at 1:30. What you can do, okay, April, so that this is going to be a session about Webinar Jam and the new sessions. I think it's new enough still for us to discuss it, and I think some of you have enough experience now to maybe have questions about it. I will try to answer them. And I can also point you at people who can answer them too, because I'm not an expert, remember. Hang on 1 second. I've just got to put a light on. It started to rain here, and it's absolutely gone as dark as anything. Hang on. My goodness, my goodness, that was quite a change. It was almost like somebody had switched the light off. I was like, hang on, like, how come I can't see? I looked outside and the skies have gone black. Anyway, yeah, so today it's going to be about Webinar Jam. We're not going to share a video. I've looked at the Webinar Jam videos and they're all about if you want to use the software rather than if you want to attend something. So I'm inviting you all to raise your hands. And I will add you if I know who you are, okay? So don't raise your hand if I don't know who you are. If you raise your hand and I don't add you, it's because I don't recognize you from the forum, okay? And the only way you can fix that is get involved in the forum. So I've got one raised hand. I'm not sure who you are, but if you think I should know you, just type in chat who you are. Tell me who you are. So Monique, yay! I know who you are. Mind you, that said, I only know who you are if you are who you say you are. Actually, I can check. I can see the email that you registered on as well. So just so you know. And April, I'm going to invite you in too, and Poetria as well. Now, somebody called Abdirizak has asked to join us. I'm not sure who you are, Abdirizak. If you'd like to introduce yourself in chat first, then you are who you are, aren't we all? Anyhow, when you join, okay, those of you who already have been in the call, you'll know how this works. You will get, if it's your first time, you will have to download the software. It's just a little application. You don't need it to attend, you don't need it to listen, but you do need to have it available if you want to speak. Once you've got that app downloaded, and as long as you're using the same viewer, the same browser, it will already be there if you haven't cleared it or deleted it. Then you'll just be asked to test your microphone and your video. We don't use video, you don't need to worry about the camera settings, but test that your microphone is working. So April, this is aimed at you. Don't forget to speak into the microphone. That way you can tell, okay, my mic's working, they should be able to hear me. And then when you're in the call, you will find that your microphone and your camera are off. Okay, your mic is muted, your camera is switched off. Don't switch your camera on unless you want to wave at everybody. But if you want to speak, you will have to unmute your mic. So Monique and April are in the room. Excellent, it's working. Fantastic, I love it. And Marco has asked to join as well. And Shiny, Never give up. Here's your little hand. Okay, let's see if we can give you a hand in. Um, we might do a little bit of playing around to see if we can get Shiny's into the room. Shiny, I don't know what's happening, but I've actually opened up the admin console so I can see if I get the same effect April was reporting before. So, you hear an echo and it's not you. I can't hear an echo, but it might be what you need to do if you're hearing an echo. Make sure you're using a headset or mic or earbuds. Yeah, make sure you're plugged in. Okay. So, April, you've asked for the mic. Yay! Take the mic.
Hi, I didn't forget to say hello to webinar today. and it answered me too.
Now that's scary. Okay, can you still hear an echo, April?
No, but it was when Monique says something, I hear the echo.
Monique hasn't said anything. Oh, that's really
Yes,
weird.
she had. She
Oh,
had
I
to
didn't
hear
hear
Hello.
me.
her.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
Ah, okay. Okay. Yeah, and I said something before.
Okay, I didn't hear you.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
it just hadn't connected with me. Because remember, this is technology, lots of connections going on. So no, I didn't. I didn't actually hear you.
Okay. No
Um,
problem.
so, but I can now. 111. Now, again, if you hear echo or if we get echo from you, really important. I've seen this demonstrated in Webinar Jam's own sessions that you use a headset. You don't need to use a headset with a microphone. You can still use your external, but the microphone, it's good to have a good quality one, but the headset's really important. It cuts down on echo. Okay. Oh, which reminds me, is Marco in? Yeah, Marco, hi.
Hi, hello everybody.
Hello there. On Monday in the session, were you using a headset?
Yes, I had.
Okay, it
I
wasn't that
used the
then.
headset.
Okay, no, it's just I'm trying to figure out why the echo was so bad. But normally the echo would be when you speak, the other person hears the echo, and in the case of you, it was you hearing your own echo, which is really weird. But I am going to contact webinar support to ask them what the heck was going on. You couldn't join. Tests failed. Oh no, Poetria. The tests failed. Okay, I'll invite you again. Make sure you have your. So this is why I wanted to do this session today. Make sure your mic is using the correct hardware. Now, when you're setting up for this session, make sure you go to your hardware settings. That's your actual speaker settings, and make sure you've got the right recording device picked, the one that that you can see. Go into the hardware settings, click on sound, right click on it, bring up sound recording, and when you speak, the microphone you're using, that should be your default device, you should see it moving up and down as you speak. You should see the little green line, the voice meter moving up and down as you speak. And make sure that's the one that you have set as default device. Then go out and try again. Okay? So I'll invite you again, Eleanor, and just see. Okay, now there's a couple of questions coming up. And this is, again, why I wanted to have this session where we could just chit-chat about the platform. But first of all, April, take the mic.
Oh, do I have to say something? But I just want to say to Shiny to Shiny asked me where is my cat. I don't know. Where is it, Lynn? my cat.
Okay, yeah, I know it's a shame, isn't it? I
Yeah.
basically in the recording, because we don't use our cameras. You can use your web camera if you want to. Maybe turn your web camera on and put your favourite cuddly toy in front of it. I asked this question in the webinar jam session last night, and it's because they're now allowing people to access these sessions who don't have a Gmail account. Okay, so you can use any mail account. That's a change, by the way, since after Christmas. Okay, before it was all set up only Gmail, Google Mail. Now you can access it through other accounts. So there's no connection between this session and your Google Mail account. So before there was that connection, so your Google Mail avatar came up, but now that connection is broken, your Google Mail avatar will not turn up. There is no fix for it at the moment, but I'm going to put forward a feature request that would allow people to choose an avatar when they join as presenters. The reason your pussycat appeared last in the Tuesday session, April, is you're my moderator on the Tuesday session. So if you're invited as a moderator or presenter, then yes, you get the avatar that's set up when you get your invitation. Otherwise, no, I'm afraid there's this generic, strange, sinister looking guy who's going to stare out at me the rest of the session.
Yeah, plain Jane.
Well, he's not even plain Jane, he's more average Joe, isn't it?
It's average Joe. But Lynn,
They could at least give us a pink one, couldn't they, for the girls?
about using without Gmail account, that is also what they said about Hangout. Normally, you can use Hangout also without using Gmail since a couple of months, but I have tried it and it didn't work. So maybe
No.
here also it would be a problem if you don't use Gmail account.
I think, I just take the view that Webinar Jam's using YouTube. YouTube is Google. Google likes playing with Google. So I'm using my Google account anyway. I might try one of these weeks' session. I'll set it up and I'll use a different account, my Learn English account maybe, and we'll see how that works and see if it behaves. But they have assured me, and there were people in the call yesterday in the Webinar Jam session, that the Webinar Jam session, I guess, and they weren't using Google Mail. They were using their company accounts, and it worked. So I think it is true, because Webinar Jam are trying to move away from using the Google platform, because Google keep changing everything, the API. It must be absolute hell to develop for Google using Google API, because they change things so often. And as you know, I'm not a fan of when Google killed Google Friend Connect, they killed Google Wave, they killed Google, and they're now going to kill Google Hangouts. I think there's 3 months left of Hangouts. So if you currently use Hangouts yourself, you need to find an alternative. You have to use YouTube Live if you want to carry on using Google, but there are quite high restrictions on what you can do with YouTube Live. And you have to have an AdSense account and all sorts of stuff, and you have to have a streaming software, and it's a bit of a nightmare, to be honest, but you can do it, but you've got a bit of a learning curve to go through. Okay, so April asked a question: does webinar start automatically, or do you start it, Lynn? Okay, the webinar doesn't start automatically. I would hate that, because I would then have to, I don't know, the webinar would start without me if I wasn't there. So no, you have to start it yourself. Okay, however, if you're there, I always say, I'm learning that you need to be online 2 minutes early, just so that you can go through the tests, etc. And then when the event has started, not the webinar, the event, you can chat and say hi in the window, etc. And then you can choose when to start the actual webinar, the actual streaming. Okay, but it's all controlled by you. It's not you're not controlled by the technology. I wouldn't like it if you were. Is that okay, April? Is that clear?
Yes, Lynn. May I ask something about the forum?
Yes, you may. Yes.
About the not GTT, the game for this week. You asked us to make a list of 10 songs, and
Yep.
I asked you in the forum, do we have to write only the titles or also the link to the YouTube with the songs?
Oh no, I'm sorry, I hadn't seen your question yet. No, that's up to you. If you want to link to YouTube, you can, but if you, just the titles and the singer is enough. Okay, but if you want to share the music, yeah, by all means. And also a little explanation will go a long way as well.
Yeah.
Why does it
you
mean?
choose
Yeah,
that?
why?
Yeah.
Because
Why
I know
choose
that
that?
some of you
Yes.
were a bit thrown by, and I will put up my 10 choices from the playlist. I might put the whole playlist up actually from the game. And then you can ask me, why on earth did that remind you of 2016? Normally it would be because he died in 2016. Okay,
Oh, by the
April.
way, Shiny, congratulations.
I'm not sure if Shiny knows. Does Shiny know?
Yeah, she
Shiny
has
can't join
to
us
read the
still.
English radio. You open the English radio, Shiny.
Shiny, do you know why April is saying congratulations? Well, you called
But you,
heads, didn't you? You need to go to
yeah.
English radio, Shiny.
But
Yeah, she got
Brexit
in
was
ahead of
also
you. Would
in
you?
my list.
Yeah, basically I took, because there were only 2 correct answers. And there were only 2 correct answers, even though there was the potential for 6 correct answers. There were only 2 correct answers. I just did a heads or tails using the random coin flipper, and it's quite good fun. But of course, when you're calling, I only needed one person to call, and Shiny called heads. I flipped the coin, and it was heads. So congratulations, Shiny. Now I know what April's going to ask me now. When can we book the sessions? I haven't done the calendar yet, but I will be doing it. I couldn't do it this week, so there was no point me putting the calendar up where you can book the sessions. So I will be doing that this weekend, and from next week you will be able to book a time. Okay, same procedure as every session, and if you're owed sessions from last year, the same thing goes. Okay. Okay, Eleanor's still having issues, and I'm not sure why. The software prevents me from being silly. I'd pay for software that stopped me from being silly. Okay, one stupid question. Have you logged in on Gmail? Okay, that's always a good question. And it might have been that they didn't. So, Eleanor, hello. Poetria, hi. Can you hear me? Can we hear you?
Can you hear me now? Hello?
Yay! Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yay!
Can you hear me?
Yes.
And again, can you hear me?
But it was a trick, you know. I tell the software.
Okay, so you've gone very quiet suddenly. Make sure you're near the microphone.
Because it has a delay. I can hear the conversation, but it's a bit.
Yeah, in fact, you've all gone a bit quiet. Let me turn up my speakers. It's strange because April's sound quality is very good, but for some reason the rest of you have gone a bit quiet now. Why? 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 Okay. Oh, could be because everything was really. Oh gosh, that must have been a throwback. This is why I don't want to use Skype anymore, by the way. Skype was messing about with my settings so much. Running sessions in different platforms was driving me insane. Okay, try again, Eleanor.
Can you hear me now?
That's better, yes. Much better.
Yes, but
Good.
I'm a liar. I lied to the software that every resolution was okay, and it believed it, but it wasn't true, and that's why I'm here.
Okay, I don't understand what you mean by every resolution. Did you not hear
Yes,
yourself?
I was shown several resolutions
Hmm.
for video.
Yeah, that doesn't
And
matter because we don't use
yes,
video.
yeah, but so I couldn't see anything, but I told the software that I could,
Okay, no, no, no,
and
no. I'm so glad we're having this
this
session.
lie.
Let me explain to you, Eleanor. Right.
Uh-huh.
If you don't have a webcam installed on your computer, it doesn't matter. We don't use them, as you know.
I see now. I got it. Thank
Okay.
you, thank you. So I'm not a
However,
terrible liar then. So
you're
thank
not.
you.
However, when you're going through the test, what you have to do, and I've asked them to make this a bit clearer for people, they haven't done it yet, obviously, you have to speak and you should hear your voice come back at you, but you have to say something like hello or oi or anything. You can even blow a raspberry if you want. And what you should hear is an echo of it come back, which shows that your microphone is working. Then you go on to the next one, the next one, the next one, and then you're in. Okay, so that's what it was asking for.
But it's strange. I couldn't see any microphone tests on the
No, but
video, but
it's
it
just
doesn't.
part of the video test.
I see. Now I got it. Thank you.
Okay, next time just say hello. It will say hello back to you. You'll just hear your own voice. It's not actually a sound test where you hear something like a ping. It's just an echo of your voice just to say, yep, your microphone's working. And you go, okay. So lying was a good idea because it got you here. And that shows that it is working, Shiny. I'm so sorry. The only thing I can do, Shiny, is I'm going to ask the support people to get involved. Okay. Now, that might mean me giving them your email address. Is that okay? You lied to but failed. Oh, bless. But when you actually, Shiny, here's a question. When you were going through the test, could you hear your microphone coming back at you? Could you actually hear it? So let me ask that in chat. Okay, so Shiny, in the test, can you hear the mic echo? Okay. Okay, so Marco says she's cheated on the test, not she's cheating. She has cheated on the test. Well, I don't believe there's any such thing as cheating. There's just ways of getting around silly rules.
But now she can compete with us about record. 14 seconds.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. Let's see how quickly people can get into the call. In all honesty, I'm going to put it forward as a suggestion that if you pass the high resolution test, it should just finish there and bring you into the call. You shouldn't have to go through the other ones. It's only if you fail one, surely. That meter logic is you pass the high resolution test, you're straight in. You shouldn't then have to go through a medium and a low resolution test as well. But I don't understand this stuff fully, so maybe there's a technical reason you have to test yourself on all these different levels. I don't know. So no, I couldn't hear the echo. That's really bad. That's really bad because that means something's not communicating properly. And again, Shiny, one thing you can do is try to make sure that you've got the correct microphone picked on your sound settings. Let me share my screen with you, and I'll see if I can do this. If I suddenly disappear, guys, you'll know why. I've got to remove a bit of information I don't want to share with the world. So I'll go to here. Right, let me share my screen with you, Shiny. Okay. So bear with me 1 second. Carry on talking among yourselves. Okay. Oh, hang on. I wanted that one. Ignore the fact it says you've been signed out. That's just, I've signed myself out of the forum. Okay, so Shiny, down here, you've got your speaker button. Yeah, I hope you can see. If you right click on it, it brings up your sound devices. Basically, it's access to your sound card. Okay, now playback devices are of course what speaker you're using. I'll show you my setting. Okay, you can see it's quite complicated, but I'm just using my Realtek device for speakers. Okay, and you can also set your recording. Now I'm using my Realtek microphone today. I have other microphones, of course, but today, because of the echo we had on Monday's session, I'm just using my standard headset microphone. So it's my inbuilt microphone. I've got it plugged in. My headset is plugged in. And you can see that when I speak, you get the sound monitor. You can see that going up and down, yeah? So when you do that, that's what you want to look for, and then you need to set it as your default device. Okay, you go to highlight it, right click, click on properties. Yeah. You can change the levels. So you can see I've got it on at 100 with a boost of 10. I would get rid of noise suppression as well, and I have it set that I allow applications to take control of this device. However, I don't allow applications priority, because sometimes they can hijack the microphone because they think you want to talk to Cortana, or you're using a different piece of software that needs microphone. So I have that disabled. So try those kinds of settings, but make sure your default device is the one you can see with the one you can see is actually using when you working when you speak. Okay, so maybe try that, see if that works.
But Lynn, you didn't explain her how to find a webinar jam microphone property. I think that's the main problem, is how to adjust to this
okay.
webinar jam. Okay.
Okay. When you're attending, that doesn't. You don't get any choice. Okay. When you want to present, you need to go. Now this is going to be horrible because it's going to do this mirror effect. So bear with me. I'll share the other screen. Hang on. Installed, which you can see here, the little WJ app, that should be installed. As Marco said, you need to be logged in to your Gmail account. I've been told you don't need to be, but if you're playing with Chrome, let's log into Gmail anyway. And then here on the Webinar Jam, you've got this little, once you're a presenter, don't look for this if you're an attendee. Once you're a presenter, you've got this little button, little icon, which is for your camera. Now it also controls your microphone. Okay, so this little button here looks like a movie camera, video camera. When you click on that, and it shows you here, this page is accessing your microphone. Okay, so you click on that and I allow it onto my microphone. Okay, now if you've got always blocked microphone access, then it won't let you in. But if you've got that, and make sure that your microphone is the one that you've got as default, don't use default. Never use that, it's useless. Make sure you've got the same one in here as is in your settings on your hardware, on your sound card, okay? And then just click finished, and hopefully that might help too. Is that what you meant, Marco?
Yes, but Lynn, she can't do it right now because she is right now attendee. She is not in the room,
No, she's not in the room.
but she
So
can't do
I've
it.
been asking her to join several times, and it's still not working. Okay.
But maybe this, if she can't try right now, and if you accept her, she maybe can try to change permissions
Okay. Yep.
or
No,
change settings. Okay.
I've just returned her as an attendee. Okay. So Shiny, if you raise your hand again and try to do that whilst setting up your microphone. Tell me when you're ready, when you're sure that you've got the right microphone selected and it's working, then raise your hand again, and then I'll invite you in as a presenter again. Okay? Okay, so just do a little bit of fiddling around, and we'll see if we can get it working. I've still got Abdirizak asking to join the call, but Abdirizak, you haven't introduced yourself in chat, so I'm not going to add people, and I don't know who you are, and you're not in chat, so sorry. There is still room though, because we can have up to 6 people in the room at once, including the presenters. Okay, so and if somebody's got something they really want to say and someone else isn't saying anything, I'll just kick them out and make room for you. So any questions from anybody else about this Webinar Jam software? Haha, you throw them out. Yep. And I can also promote you. If you're very good, I'll give you a star. I can grant administration status to people who are in the room as well, but there's no real reason to do that. It just means you could also then throw people out. If we ever end up with a situation of lots and lots of people as attendees with lots of questions, I might do that, but otherwise, at the moment, there's no need. Okay, so any questions? Who would like to take the mic?
I would like to say that this software really deserves the name Jam. If you only 6 people can participate, but it's just a joke.
Well, there was always a limit in Google Hangouts of 10. So what we've done with using YouTube Live, it's the limit has been basically placed by the software and the streaming. To be honest, live streaming is really hungry. If you've got some kind of meter and you watch it whilst you're live streaming, it goes mental. I mean, it just goes. So you're really pushing your video card, especially if you use webcams, then you're really pushing things. So in some ways there has to be a limit if you're live streaming. Okay, but yeah, in webinar, in Hangouts it was 10, and now it's been reduced to 6 because of the live streaming aspect. I don't know if you know this, Eleanor, but right now there's a live stream on our YouTube channel of this Hangout. Okay, so you're being live streamed to YouTube as we speak. So be good. April, take the mic.
Oh, no, I can't take back. Oh, my dear. Oh, dear.
Well, I did warn you on. I did warn you in the Kitely session on Monday.
Yeah.
Be careful what you say when I start.
Yes, you have. It's my fault. C'est la faute à Voltaire.
Indeed. April, take the mic.
When you are screen sharing, Lynn, like no, at this moment not. But if you are screen sharing, don't you have the chat box?
When I'm screen sharing, I have the chat box, the Webinar Jam chat, yes. But when I'm screen sharing, sometimes I'm not watching it. That's why sometimes it's nice to have a moderator who's actually watching the other chat, which shows the questions in a separate stream. So again, it's something that's really worth knowing about, is to have your mark your questions, okay, as a question rather than chat, or Q&A if you're a presenter, because if you don't do that, it just goes into the general stream. If you do that in the moderator panel, April knows this because she has seen it, in the moderator panel it actually goes into a separate stream, so it's really nicely highlighted. Somebody's asked a question, okay? And you all know how to
Yeah.
ask a question, yeah?
But in the recording, we only see your screen sharing and not
No, in the
chat.
recording to YouTube, you only see what's on YouTube. In the replay, you will get everything. Okay, you'll get the chat window, and you'll get the any videos we share. You'll get anything. For example, if I want to do a shout out, I can do ask any questions about the sessions, and then I can basically make it now how do I do that? There is something I can do. Okay, so you ask it, then I'll just remove the sticky. Ooh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I know I can do this somewhere. Okay, I can do it as a shout out. Now this should work. It'd be funny if it doesn't. Yeah, and you can see ask any question about the sessions. Can you see that in the YouTube
at the
screen?
bottom. I got it at the bottom. It doesn't move, will it? You don't have to scroll, eh?
No, it just sticks there, yeah? And also for attendees, that should now be, it'll be interesting to see on the replay actually, because I only learnt about this yesterday. But it should show up on the YouTube video as well if you broadcast a message. And as presenters, I think you can all do that. You write something and then you click on a little broadcast symbol. The moderator can do that. Okay, broadcast question.
But Lynn, I've found something weird. Because
There you
now
are, I've just made
see
yours
that
mic broadcast.
I see your oh, what is that? April mic. Why is that?
I've just
why
clicked
is
it
that
to
changed?
broadcast it.
Oh,
I'll switch it off. There you are, it's gone.
okay. Okay. Because when you put that as a shout out, in the screen as attendees, it is like a normal message, not a fixed one.
Yeah, there's two different types of messages. When this is getting more into how to set up a webinar, but what the heck, it's an open session. You can display a sticky message. I don't know if you noticed when you first came into the chat, you'd have seen something that said, please mark your questions. So let me just say, please mark any questions. And I can display that and it will appear at the top, okay? Or you can broadcast a statement, and I can broadcast anything. Okay, let's have a look. Marco's just said something, so I'll broadcast his message. Why did you remove it? It was nice. Okay, and that just then becomes broadcast. And as I say, it's meant to show up on the YouTube video too, but I'll be interested to see if it actually does or not.
Oh, that is what I mean, Lynn. I see that that is a sticky message on the here on my screen with the voice, but on my screen without voice, so as for Shiny, for example, it isn't like a sticky message. That's weird. That's weird.
You mean when you were as an attendee, it didn't
No,
appear?
yeah. If you are here as attendees, you don't have that one that you put as a sticky message at the bottom.
No, not at the bottom. It's at the top. It
The
goes
last
to
one?
the top. The sticky one
With-
goes to the top. The broadcast message goes onto the screen.
The broadcast
allegedly.
message. I mean, yeah, the broadcast message. The sticky one is on the top. That is correct for both, but the broadcast message doesn't appear as a broadcast message if I am as attendees.
Okay, it should appear, but not in chat. It should appear in the screen. Okay, in the webinar screen, in the presentation. as I say, I'll be able to check it because I was told this works. But as a presenter, you would just get it in the right-hand chat window. Okay, but for people who are attendees, they should see it at the bottom of the screen that's being shared, or at the bottom of the screen that's being recorded. Okay. Again, don't forget, if you've got a question, mark it as a question. Now, to mark something as a question, go to the message box, and next to it you'll see a little speech bubble, and there's a little drop down next to it, and you can mark anything you type as chat or a question. If you're a presenter, you'll see it as QA, question answer, so mark it as that, because as presenters you're meant to be answering the questions, not asking them. Okay, so thank you, Shiny. Shiny, you retrieved that session on Thursday. What do you mean by retrieved? Makes it sound like somebody threw it away from me and I went and fetched it. If you mean the Thursday session is back, yes, it is. Thursday, Kitely, the session is back. Remember, I was doing my German course last year, so I couldn't do Thursday evenings. But this year, my German course is finished, and we'll be doing the Thursday Kitely chit chat. But it's going to be general chit chat, because we've got enough sessions in Kitely now where I feel we can do a general, relaxed, let's talk about anything and everything, no topic. So it's a bit like TTIF, thank goodness, TGTF maybe? No, TGIT. Thank goodness it's Thursday. Okay. No, you can't mark a question, Marco. I'd have to return you as an attendee, and then you can mark it as a question. You have to use the QA if you want to, okay?
Okay, Lynn, can Shiny now try?
She hasn't raised her hand yet, so
okay,
I'm waiting for her to raise her hand. If you look, when you hover your mouse over over something in the chat, you'll see different options, and you'll see broadcast message, maybe reply, maybe if it's set to allow private. If you click on reply, it just sends that to one person, edit, erase, and ban. Now, as normal presenters, you won't be able to ban people. April was most disappointed. You'll see the option, but you won't be able to use it, which was devastating for April because she thought she'd got moderator control. I'd have to actually promote you to moderator for the ban to work, okay? Okay, there was no pass or fail, Shiny. There was no pass or fail. I completed it. The pass or fail will come when I try to sit the certificate, and at the moment I can't get onto any of the exams. So by the time I actually get to sit the exam, I'm probably going to need to do another course. Because so many people are trying to get this exam because of the refugee situation. They're all fully booked for like 6 months or so. So it was a bit of a waste of time, to be honest. But no learning is ever wasted. Okay, Shiny's raised her hand. Yay! Hang on, let's have a look. And I will send you the speaker. Now, April, what's really odd, I'm in the admin window. And honestly, I can't see Shiny as blue. You said she was turning up as blue on Tuesday, wasn't it?
Yes, but today not the case, Lynn. She is gray everywhere.
Okay. Strange. It kicked you back. I feel special because I'm the only one who's grey. Do you want me to throw somebody out who's not speaking and not asking any questions, Shiny? But no, I'm keeping an eye on the number of people. There is still a spot for you. There's a little place for you just here in the bottom right. We're keeping you a space. I'm not sure what you mean by it kicked me back. It kicked you back. What did it do? What did it do? If you can take a screenshot of your experience, Shiny, If there's any specific messages that come up or any specific screen that is shown to you, it'd be really useful if you could take a screenshot of it so I can pass that to the help desk. So let's have a look. Hang on. It said I should be an attendee. Oh, but the monitor just back to this page. Okay, attendee is what you are. Okay, you are an attendee. Okay, I'm going to try something. I'm going to try something weird. Okay, Monique said I can see it. Monique, what can you see? Take the mic, Monique.
Just the place for shiny, so I can see that.
Oh
little
yeah, the little
spot
space for shiny. I
there.
see what you mean
Yeah,
now. I was like, what can
exactly.
you see? I can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is there. It is there. I love the way that it actually does this. It's really good fun if people are brave and use their webinar cameras, you know, because you literally get 6 cameras showing up on the actual screen and in these nice little rows. It's really neat. I love it. But I'm still too shy to use my camera. It's not going to happen. Not until I get some kind of facelift or something. Maybe I need a body double. I need a body double. Somebody who can just pretend to be me. Okay, I'm going to try something unusual. So bear with me whilst I sound a little distracted, because it means me logging into the actual console. Shiny, what I'm going to do, I'm going to send you something I've never used before. Sounds very mysterious, this, doesn't it? I'm going to, now let me see, your links, I think it is. I'm ready, let's begin. Auto subscribe, invitation, presenter. Okay, no. Invite. No, I don't want the invitation. Ah, yeah, I'm going to send you an emergency link. Okay. Oh no, that's just an invitation. That wouldn't work. That would only get you in there. Ah, okay. No. No, I'm not going to do that. That won't do it at all. That won't work at all. I was thinking if I could send. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you the presentation link. Okay. I'm going to invite you as a presenter if I can. I'm not sure if I can. I can't send you my link because that wouldn't work. Let me see. Clone, edit, configured. Configure the provider. Presenters. Okay. So, Shiny. Where's Shiny's email address? You're in stitches. Okay. Oh gosh. Oh, now I've got to remember your blimmin' email address. I can't cut and paste. I'll try not to read it out as I'm typing. Okay. That'd be dangerous, wouldn't it? And okay, so okay, so I'm sending you. I haven't given you a photo at all because I haven't got time, but I'm going to send you, hopefully, this might go terribly wrong, Shiny, but what you will have to do, I'm afraid, Shiny, is you will have to leave the webinar. Don't do it yet because I'm not sure if I can even get this to work for this presentation. But what you'll have to do is leave the webinar and go to your email and then use that link. Okay, don't do what April did on Tuesday and try to do it all. So I'm going to now go into my webinars again. I'm going to go into your links. I'm ready. And presenter links. Okay. Shiny, I'm sending you an email to make you a presenter. See if that link works. Okay. But you will have to leave this webinar. Okay. If you can't come in as a presenter, then just come back using the webinar link that you got in your original email.
Sorry,
Look in your
Lynn.
email. Yeah.
Maybe it's good if she, because Shiny, I think that she has that she has already installed Webinar Jam extension to enable
Well,
it
if she
before.
hasn't, it will remind her. This link will tell her what to do. If you get a presenter link or an admin link, it's slightly different, isn't it, April? So if she does it and it doesn't find the app, it will tell her, or it should tell her. Okay. So it's up to you, Shiny. But if you want to try it, leave this webinar, just close it, and go to your email, and you should find a link in there that sort of you've been invited to present, and you come in as a big boss. Okay. And I'm hoping it will work. It might not work. I'm not promising anything, but that's what I wanted to use this session for. Okay. Any other questions? Marco, did you want the mic, or was that what you wanted to say?
Yes, I wanted to say because maybe I always, not always, but few last times I just enabled before because she maybe I don't know if the next step when you install the
Oh,
yes,
Marco, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Look at this. Hi,
Brava.
Shiny. Can you hear us? Is that you, Shiny? Oh, I can see her, but I can't hear her. This is so frustrating. Can anybody hear Shiny?
Not yet, no.
Not yet, no. But she's in, and she's taking up her little space, which is great.
And now is moment maybe to try Shiny what Lynn explained, to click on this webcam to adjust your microphone. Maybe that's it.
Yeah, that only works in Chrome, but if you're using Chrome, Shiny, at the top in the address window where you normally get the URL, you should see where you click for bookmarks, next to it there's a little camera, and you should be able to fiddle around with your microphone setting. Again, you need to make sure that your microphone is set correctly. Now, of course, right now, Shiny could be running riot, throwing everybody out the room. Actually, I don't think that would work. But yeah, her mic is on. Oh, it was on. It's not now. But yeah, you need to turn your microphone on. That's at the top. Let me do a screen share. Okay, I'll disappear for a second, and I'm afraid you'll get that horrible mirror effect. I'm so sorry. Actually, let me be clever. I'm going to be super clever now. I'm going to do a quick snip of my screen. Okay, and then I can share that, hopefully. Okay, so let me save it. Otherwise it doesn't show up very well. Screenshots, webinar. Oh, I've got so many screenshots from Webinar Jam from doing the bug testing, I tell you. So this is 2017 January the 11th already. God, Shiny. Okay, let me close that down. and open that up, and then I'll screen share what you should see as a presenter, and we'll see if we can get your microphone working. Hey, if we can do that, this whole session will have been worth it, really. Although it means that, Shiny, you're going to have to be a presenter every time you want to join me. It's really weird that it doesn't work from going from attendee into what they call the spotlight. That's what they call it, by the way. Not my word for it, their word. It's called spotlight attendee. Bear with me. I'm still trying to find that image. Where did I save it? Screenshots. Then webinar jam 2017. Okay, so I'm now going to screen share. I'll just disappear for a second. Come on, I want to screen share. Nuts. Nutsy. Hang on, stop that. And I'm back. Okay, so Shiny. Yeah, it's good. We're getting there. So now you can see you're actually here in the room. This is you. Okay, that was the space we were saving for you. Now, you need to turn your microphone on. That's the middle one here. Okay, because when you join the room, your microphone and your camera will both be turned off. Now, if you're using your microphone, if you're using your webcam microphone, then it won't work because your webcam is off. But so I suggest you use a different separate microphone. I presume that you're using a different microphone. So you need to turn your microphone on. That's for starters. Then here, oh, hang on a second. Help. I don't want to make you all feel dizzy, sorry. Come on, stupid thing. Let me zoom out a bit. Zoom out. Okay. Up here, you should see a little camera. Okay, it's like a tiny, next to the bookmark, there's a tiny little camera. You click on that, and it gives you access to your microphone settings. So make sure you choose there, okay, the microphone you have as your default microphone. Don't let it be set to default, okay? Use the microphone you set up in your sound card. You're not invisible anymore, exactly. Now I would say to you screen share so we can see what your settings are, but because this is streaming, I would suggest not today anyway, okay? But we're getting somewhere, we're making progress, which is great. Oh, let me stop screen. You set it, yeah, there's something not working with it, okay? When you went through the test, because even as a presenter you have to go through that test, did you hear the echo? Well, you're not great, exactly. You are in the room, that's good. I can see that you've got your microphone on, but as I say, I can't hear you at the moment, I'm sorry. But you can hear me, so your speakers are working, your microphone isn't. If you've got another microphone you could maybe use, just try switching to a different microphone. Might be but no, it can't be your microphone not working because I was speaking to you an hour ago in Kitely, so we know it's not that either. Any ideas, Marco? Where's Aladdin when you need him?
Yes, that's just my opinion. I'm not so. That is question for Aladdin. Yeah.
Yeah,
I suppose that because as you said, it's the same procedure is, and it's not for me. It's not possible to that her microphone is working on Kitely, but not here, and I suppose that
logically it should work on both, unless one's blocked. I don't know. I would agree with you, April. And last year I thought that's what it was. But if basically looking at the bandwidth used, if Shiny can join us in Kitely, I know it's not 100% brilliant because sometimes she's a little cloud, but if she can join us in Kitely, that's a lot more greedy than the webinar sessions. Okay. Really is a lot more greedy. So if she can do that, she should be able to join us here.
It's not true, Lynn, because Monday I couldn't speak. I can hear you. I could hear you in webinar. But you couldn't hear me. But in Kitely, I used the same computer. I used the same cable. I used the same connection. But in Kitely, I had no problem. So
okay, that's
actually,
odd, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bandwidth.
I had the same problem, but that was my mistake because I didn't adjust it properly in Kitely because I used default or something like it, but I don't know what can be. Maybe Lynn, if you could repeat for Shiny, maybe there in control panel stay the same. Maybe she blocked this application maybe for using microphone. Is there option like?
Yeah, I can do another screen share where it shows the options. Hang on. Okay, so Shiny, just again, sorry about the mirror effect. It's just when you're screen sharing a screen share, it just goes so you're all going to feel a bit queasy in a minute. Just imagine you're on a fair ride, okay? Okay. It's horrible, isn't it? So, Shiny, in the screen, you've got this page is accessing your microphone here. You click on it. Okay. And you need to say allow the webinar to access your microphone. Don't click on that. And make sure that your microphone is set to the actual microphone you're using. Now you say you've only got one microphone, but you make sure it's set here to that microphone. And then you can manage your microphone settings, okay, down here, and make sure it's allowed, okay. So here, allow. You should see it there, okay. And oh, let me see. Camera, no, I don't use that. Don't bother with that. Ask when a site wants to use a plugin. Yes, I would always have that set. Ask when a site. And what else do I have set here? I'm hoping you can still see my screen, by the way. Allow recently closed sites to finish sending and receiving data. Blah, 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 blah. No. So I don't think anything else would actually affect your microphone here. So the one that you want to make sure is you've got, again, microphone. The microphone you're using is there. What would I call this? Didn't even know these existed. Okay, and manage exceptions here, that you've got it to allow the app webinarjam.com. Okay, you can see I've got VoiceThread, I've got TalkGo, everything I've used previously for different webinars that I attend as a teacher, etc. Okay, and click finished. And with a bit of luck, it might work. Fingers as ever. Sort of crossed, I guess.
Could Shiny share her screen
you have
with us?
standard as microphone. What's standard?
What is in your
It says default in mine.
default? Or maybe that's the same. The first one, Lynn? at the upper.
Yeah, I tend not to use default because I found it can really mess up if you've got more than one. If you've only got one microphone, I think it's okay. But if you've got more than one microphone, because you have things like default microphone and default communications device, it can cause problems. So I always make sure that the microphone I'm using is the one I have set up in whatever application I'm using. And even if it's a recording application, I don't use default. I don't use it for Kitely, I don't use it for Webinar Jam, I don't use it for Adobe, anything. It's always the actual microphone that I'm using at that time. Okay, so we've still got a Shiny. Shiny's still got her mic open. We still can't hear Shiny. Any ideas, any of you, the rest of you? Any ideas?
Can Shiny share the screen with us?
It's up to her.
Okay.
Yes, she should be able to, but it is a sort of, this is being broadcast, so.
Okay, because maybe.
Whoa. Okay, Shiny is sharing, and I've got echo. So that means your mic is working. Try saying something, Shiny. I can hear you.
Yeah.
But it works.
It works when you're screen sharing.
Amazing.
I can't say it. Okay, try stopping screen sharing. I bet you it's not working. Okay, Shiny, speak to me. Yeah, not working now. That is bizarre.
Weird. So
That
weird.
is so weird. Problem is, that's all those Japanese characters. I'm like, what? So, Shiny, there was a lot of echo. So I think you were actually coming through on my mic. Now, why would that work on screen share? Okay, Shiny, could you screen share again? And then I'm going to take a screenshot, okay? Oh, somebody's gone. Oh, no. She's coming back. Okay. Shiny, talk to me.
Hello. Everyone, but I hear my voice. It's horrible. No, I don't want to hear my voice. No.
Oh my goodness. I can hear myself as well. Okay, I've taken a screenshot. I just want to send this to the application guys because I have no idea what's happening here. Say something to us, Shiny.
I have nothing to say because I keep listening my voice. It's horrible, terrible.
Could you just do a favour for me? Open the what do you call it? The little click on the little. Oh, I can hear my own voice. It's awful. It's a nightmare. Okay, click on the little camera icon at the top. Yeah. So I can take a screenshot of that as well. Hang on. So let me save that one. Where is it? 2017. Shiny 2. Done. And then click on that. New. Okay, hit open. And then save that one. Okay, that's fine. You can stop now.
Lynn, now you can see on which torment I was on Monday.
Oh no, I did understand once you explained to me, but I wasn't actually hearing that echo on Monday. Okay, you were getting it, I wasn't. But yeah, it is a phenomena of the brain that when you're hearing when you're hearing somebody's, well, especially your own voice, you can filter out other voices, but you're unable to filter out your own voice. It's weird. It's a weird effect. Okay, so Shiny, you can stop screen sharing now. Thank you for that. My goodness, you've got a lot of, look at all, hang on, Shiny. Okay, let me put it this way. You've got an awful lot of windows open. Try to reduce the number of windows you have open during a session. That will help your bandwidth.
I was about to say the same thing. Oh my gosh, how many windows?
I know what the technical people are going to say to me. They're going to say, tell her to close some of those applications.
But Lynn, isn't it like in Google Hangout that you can choose the screen you want to share?
Yes, but if you can, but if you've set it up to share that one, then yeah, of course you're going to end up with, we're going to see the truth. Yes, you can share the screen, you can share the application that you want to share, but if your screen is showing all your apps open, whatever screen you share is what you'll share. Somebody, it was so funny, somebody in the Hangout last night shared their screen and there was a video on it, and the video was called Cat Butts. And somebody went, is that really a video? And he went, oh yeah, it's all right. It was just my cat walked across my computer whilst I was recording. It's nothing weird, honestly. He was going, it was so always be careful what you share, okay? Well, we've made progress, haven't we, Shiny? We've made progress. It means I'm going to have to invite you as a presenter every time you want to join a session, though. But I'll put all this into the people at Webinar Jam at the help desk, okay, and see what they can come up with that might be the reason for what's happening, okay? Why I could hear you when you were screen sharing, and I couldn't hear you otherwise. That is just so weird. Weird. Okay, so, and we've got 6 people back. So I think somebody crashed earlier. Who was it? Did somebody crash? Because suddenly I had 5 people in presentation mode, and now I've got 6 again. That was strange.
And here in my room states that in request list that one person is like that one person said sent request to you.
Only one person?
Yes, so I will see in view.
I've got 5.
Eleanor is on request
no, I've got
list.
5 requests. But it might be how many requests since you became a presenter, you see.
But why Shiny then didn't on that list?
Well, remember, you're not an admin. You're just a presenter. Oh no, Shiny's not. No, Shiny won't be on the list because she didn't have to ask. She was brought in using the link. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah,
now.
Yeah. So she doesn't have to raise her hand if you get the. I mean, I will. April's already experienced this. If you get invited as a moderator or presenter, you get a link straight into the webinar. Okay. It means you don't have to become an attendee at all. And you still get access to the chat window and everything, but you're straight into the room without raising your hand. But the thing is, I don't want to do that for every session because I want to be able to invite people to talk when they've got something to say, and then to put somebody back as an attendee and then bring them back when they've got something to say, so that, when it's fine today because there's only the 6 of us. Okay, but if there were more people and somebody wants to talk, then one of you would have to be kicked out and they would be invited to join us. And then you can swipsy-swapsy it. I like using that word, swipsy-swapsy. It doesn't actually exist. It's a made-up word. I'll put my hand on my heart. But we like it in Webinar Jam. You swipsy-swapsy the presenters around, you see. Now, I can still kick Shiny as a presenter. Anyway. Oh, Shiny, it's fine. I was desperately trying to find space this week to do this in an extra session, and I honestly just couldn't do it. There were all sorts of circumstances outside my control. Not generally to do with hubby's work, to be honest, but I couldn't find a time slot, and I thought, well, why don't we just hijack a session to do it in, and we'll see how it works. Now I've still got somebody called Abdirizak who's raised his hand to come and join the presentation, but again, if you want to join the presentation, you do at least have to say hello in the chat. Otherwise, I have no idea if you're here or there or anywhere. Now, Abdirizak, if you couldn't see the chat, send me a message in the forum to say what your experience was, because you should have been able to say hello in chat. And yeah, we'll yeah, but we're getting there. We're getting there with Shiny, and I'd be very interested to kick you out as a presenter, Shiny, and see if you could then get back in using the normal raising your hand bit. But let's not do that today because we've run out of time. Doesn't it go quickly? Just honestly, it just seems to eat up time. Anyhow, there was no video today. There was no listening as such. Just troubleshooting. Next week we'll start the session in earnest, and we're going to look at next week. I've decided from today's Kitely session, we're going to look at this Amazon Echo. Okay, so we're going to watch a video about Amazon Echo. If you weren't in today's Kitely session, Amazon Echo is a new little toy for the house that connects everything in the house, and you can talk to it and you can ask it questions. But we'll watch a video that introduces it next week, and we can talk about whether it's a good idea. Personally, can't think of anything worse than a talking fridge or a fridge that tells me I'm running out of milk. But you might have a different viewpoint to that. But that's what we'll talk about next week. That's it. You talk to Alexa. Exactly. You know her name already, Monique. So it should be an interesting topic. And I found a video about it. You can brush up on it for next week if you want to, or you can just come in cold next week and watch the video with me, and then we can talk about it. But yeah, it's the world is becoming a very strange place to me. I'm not sure if I'm going to even recognize it in 10 years' time. With Alexa and Oculus Rift, well, Oculus Rift we're going to leave for another day. I don't know, scary or interesting? I think a little bit of scarily interesting will do. Yeah, eerie, like why somebody can only speak when they got their screen sharing on. That's eerie. That is weird. Anyhow, we'll see if the webinar session people can help. Shiny, I need your permission first. I can try and do this second-hand kind of thing, but if they ask me, is it okay if I give them your Gmail email? Is that okay? Is that okay? Okay, good. I want to ask your permission because, sometimes these emails are precious and you don't want to share them. Okay, so that's fine. I will share that with them. They might not contact you. They might not even want it. But if they ask me for it, I wanted to have your explicit permission. You're welcome. Yeah, Monique, it is, isn't it? It's not an intruder. How many people work for Amazon? It's thousands of them. Oh my goodness. People are going to be marrying those things soon, They're going to fall in love with them, start dating them. They'll be sitting across them. No, we'll talk about it next week, okay? Anyhow, thanks so much for your patience, everybody. Strange session, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway. And you should get the replay. But I think you'd be a very, very brave person to want to watch this as a replay. Next week we'll start normal sessions. Normal service will be resumed next week. Okay, take care. Bye. Now, by the way, this is something interesting for you. I'm going to end the call now. You'll find that you'll actually still be in the Hangout with me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to eject you all. Otherwise, the Hangout just carries on forever. Now, if you do want that in the future, just say, Marco, Monique, if you want to carry on talking, just tell me and I won't eject you. And it won't be recorded. The call will have ended. You can also eject yourself, I believe, but I'm not sure how you do that yourself. I think you just close it down if you want. But I'm going to eject Monique first. Kick. Monique has left the room. Now Marco, kick. Marco has left the room. Oh, Rima. April, kick. April has left the room. Eleanor, kick. Eleanor has left the room. And last but not least, Shiny. Bye. Kick. And now I will call down. I will close the call. Okay. Bye. Yeah, you can leave by yourself. You just shut it. Okay. You just shut. Or you just ask me to kick you. Okay. I'm not sure if you can do it by clicking. When you're the presenter, I think you have to close it down. Okay. I don't think you can request. You can actually click on the button because you haven't requested to join. You can't click on the button to leave, but you can ask me to kick you, or you can just close down the call and then rejoin with the attendee link. Okay. All right. Kick. Yes. I feel so powerful now. I'm empowered. Bye everyone. Take care. See you. Not for me, April. Shiny is grey for me now. Strange. Anyway, I've got to go. Bye.